Once upon a time, in the peaceful village of Amala, where the rooster's crow woke the sun and the smell of roasted yam filled the morning air, there lived a young girl named Abimbola. The villagers called her Omo Ayo, child of joy, because her laughter could melt even the hardest heart. Abimbola lost her mother on the day she was born. Her father, Baba Abimbola, was a simple farmer, but his heart was gentle. He loved his daughter dearly and raised her with kindness and wisdom. He taught her to respect elders, honor nature, and never take what didn't belong to her. Even as a small child, Abimbola followed her father to the farm. Only at 3 years old, she carried her tiny basket on her head, humming the songs her mother used to sing. The villagers often smiled as they watched her dancing barefoot through the soft soil. Years passed, and Abimbola grew into a beautiful young woman. Her skin shone like bronze under the sun, her eyes were bright and curious, and her heart was pure. Everyone in the village loved her. Everyone except one, her friend Ireti. Ireti was the daughter of Mama Ireti, a fine woman with sharp eyes and a quick tongue. Ireti was lively and cheerful, but deep down, she carried a quiet jealousy for Abimbola, jealousy for her beauty, her kindness, and the love everyone had for her. One bright afternoon, Abimbola and Ireti went down to the stream to fetch water. The wind was soft, the birds sang happily in the trees, but when they reached the river bank, they saw something strange. A white horse, tall and shining, drinking from the stream. Beside it stood a small baby horse, pure white and glowing softly like moonlight on water. Abim, look at it, Ireti gasped. Have you ever seen anything so beautiful? Abimbola stepped back. No, but this is not normal, Ireti. I have never seen a horse like this in Amala. Let's fetch our water and go home. The sun will soon set. But Ireti shook her head. Don't be scared, Abim. I just want to touch it. Before Abimbola could stop her, Ireti reached out and touched the baby horse. Suddenly, the world went quiet. The wind stopped. Even the birds held their breath, and the mother horse raised her head, her eyes glowing bright gold. And in the blink of an eye, both horses disappeared into thin air. The girls screamed and ran all the way home, their water pots forgotten. That night, Ireti couldn't sleep. She kept hearing a soft sighing outside her window. When she peeped outside, she saw the baby white horse standing quietly and watching her. It didn't run, it didn't make a sound. Slowly, she went to it and smiled. From that night on, she hid it behind her mother's house and cared for it secretly. Weeks passed, the horse grew bigger and more beautiful, but strange things started happening in the village. Goats disappeared, water pots cracked, and sudden storm came without warning. The elders whispered that someone has angered the river spirits. Then one day, Mama Ireti found the horse hidden behind her house. Ireti, she shouted, what is this? Ireti panicked. It is, it is Abimbola's horse. She told me to keep it here. Mama Ireti's face hardened. The next morning, she went to Baba Abimbola's house and accused his daughter of witchcraft. The whole village murmured. But Baba Abimbola said calmly, my daughter's hands are clean. If she is guilty, let the spirit themselves speak. Days later, the horse was unalive behind Mama Ireti's house. Its body shimmered like silver before turning into dust. That same night, Ireti fell sick with fever. In her dreams, the spirit of the white horse appeared and said, you have lied and betrayed an innocent heart. Until you speak the truth, peace will never deal with you. Years went by. Abimbola and Ireti grew into women, but no longer friends. Abimbola helped her father at the farm and sold yams and vegetables in the market. Her warm smile drew people to her stall, and her kindness never faded. Ireti, on the other hand, got married to a fisherman from a nearby village. The wedding was grand. The drums, the dance, the food, but her joy did not last. 2 years after marriage, she had no child. Her in-laws mocked her, calling her the barren wife. Abimbola, meanwhile, met a young man named David, a trader from the city. He came from the city to buy yams and palm oil. When he saw Abimbola at the market, her laughter caught his attention. She was carrying a heavy basket, her face glowing with sweat and sunshine. David smiled and said, "Let me help you." But she laughed lightly. "Thank you, stranger, but I can carry it myself." Later that day, she stepped on a red ant and dropped her basket. David appeared again and helped her. From that small moment, friendship began to grow. He visited often, bringing gifts and stories from the city. Baba Bimbola watched quietly and finally told him, "If you want my daughter, win her heart first. A woman's love is not bought with gifts, but with patience." And David listened. He stayed. He learned her ways. And with time, they fell deeply in love. Their wedding was beautiful. Drums rolled, women danced, children sang, even the trees seemed to sway with joy. When Ireti heard the news, her heart broke like a cracked pot. That night, she dreamed again of the white horse. The spirit said softly, "Go to her, ask for forgiveness, and you will find peace." The next morning, Ireti walked to Abimbola's home. Her steps were heavy, her eyes swollen from crying. "Abimbola," she said in a trembling voice, "please forgive me. I lied against you. I was jealous. I'm truly sorry." Abimbola looked at her for a long time. The air was silent. And then she said, "I took you as a sister and a best friend, but I never knew that you hated me so much and made everyone else to see me as a witch. Even your mother, who loved me dearly, like her own daughter, turned against me. For your lies, Ireti, despite everything that had happened, I have forgiven you long time ago, but I just needed space. I also didn't attend your marriage before you will accuse me of something else. Just go and tell my father and your mother the truth." And she did. Ireti stood before the elders, tears flowing down her cheeks, and she confessed everything. The villagers forgave her. Baba Abimbola blessed her and prayed that peace would return to her home. Her mother did too and apologized. Months later, Ireti conceived and gave birth to a healthy baby boy. The people rejoiced and sang songs of forgiveness. As for Abimbola and David, they later traveled to South Africa, where they lived happily and built a beautiful home. Yet, no matter how far they went, Abimbola never forgot her father, her village, or the lesson she had learned from the magical white horse. Moral of the story: jealousy brings only sorrow, but truth brings peace. Pride closes doors, but forgiveness opens them. What is meant for you will always find its way to you, no matter how long it takes. A clean heart is stronger than any charm. The end.